Hello everybody, it's Andrew here again. Just me and Spot. Let's hope he doesn't start barking. If he does, we'll just have to ignore him. Today's story is about a dog. In fact, it's one of Spotty's best friends. It's a dog called Courtney. "We'd really like to have a dog," said the children. "Our house would be much better with a dog. The dog would guard the house and it could play with us. There are lots of lovely dogs at the dog's home. Can we please have one? Please?" Dogs need feeding and walking, and they make a mess everywhere. "We'll walk the dog and we'll feed it and we'll clean up the mess. Please, can we have a dog? Please?" "Oh, very well then, if you must. But make sure it's a proper dog, one with a pedigree. And remember, you're both going to have to take care of it." The children looked at lots of dogs, but none of them seemed to be what they wanted. "Have you any dogs that nobody wants?" they asked the man. "All the dogs we've seen will find homes easily." "Oh, we do have a dog called Courtney," said the man. "Nobody wants Courtney." "We don't know anything about him," said the man. "We don't know where he came from. Nobody wants him, and he's an old dog." "We want Courtney," said the children, and they took him home. "What on earth have you got there?" said the parents. "Why didn't you get a proper dog? He's old and he's a mongrel and he's not a pedigree like we said." "But he's lovely," said the children. "Well, it's getting late now. You must be going to bed. Courtney is going to have to sleep in the kitchen." The next morning, the children raced to the kitchen to see their new dog, Courtney. But he wasn't there. "We said that dog was no good. These mongrels, you can't rely on them. Why on earth didn't you get a proper dog like we said?" That afternoon, Courtney came back, dragging a large trunk behind him. Once in the house, he opened the trunk, put on a chef's hat and an apron, and immediately began to cook a delicious meal. He changed into waiter's clothes and then served the family round the table. Courtney then played the violin while the family finished their meal, and out of his trunk he took some things to juggle with to entertain the baby. Sometimes Courtney would meet other dogs in the park, especially his best friend Spotty, but most of the time was spent with the family, knitting with Nana, polishing the table, hoovering, mowing the lawn, watching telly, or just dancing. One day, the house caught fire, and the family were outside waiting for the fire brigade to arrive. "Where's Courtney?" said one of the children. "Where's my baby?" shrieked the mother. Then they saw Courtney climbing down the ladder, holding the baby. The fire was put out, and the house was soon repaired, and the family were able to carry on living as usual again. One morning they came downstairs, and Courtney wasn't there. The children looked everywhere, but they couldn't find Courtney or his trunk. "We told you that dog was no good," said the parents. "If they're not thoroughbreds, you can't rely on them." The children went to the police station. "We've lost our dog. He's quite old, with big eyebrows. He can play the violin, cook wonderful dinners, and he juggles to entertain the baby." Well, I'll certainly let you know if an old dog with big eyebrows who can play the violin, cook wonderful dinners, and juggle to keep the baby amused is handed in," said the policeman. That summer, the family went to the seaside for their holidays, and as always, they took a boat with them. Every day, the children went out in the boat, and the boat was always tied to a rock with a long piece of rope so that it wouldn't drift out to sea. But on the last day, something awful happened. The rope broke. They lost the oars. The boat drifted out to sea. "Somebody help us!" cried the mother. The boat had drifted almost out of sight, and then suddenly there was a tug. The boat was being pulled by something toward the shore. They never did find out who or what it was that had pulled them back to the shore. I wonder what it could have been. I just wonder, what could it have been?